Have you ever caught yourself comparing your looks, personality, or achievements to your partner's ex? It feels uncomfortable, but psychology says this reaction is more common and more human than you might think. Let's break down the real psychology behind people who compare themselves to their partner's ex, and why this usually isn't a sign of insecurity, but a reflection of how the human mind tries to protect what matters. Fear of repeating someone else's story. Psychologists say this kind of comparison often comes from pattern awareness. It's not always jealousy. It's your mind trying to understand, what happened before me? Why did it end? Could it happen again? Your brain collects information not to compete, but to predict danger and avoid repeating the same outcome. It's a protective instinct, not a weakness. Social comparison amplified by feelings. Everyone compares themselves to others. It's part of social comparison theory. But in relationships, this process intensifies because the fear of losing someone you care about makes every detail feel personal. When people compare themselves to their partner's ex, they're really asking, am I enough? Why did they choose me? Where do I win, and where do I lose? The problem is that comparisons are rarely made with the real person, only with a mental image built from fragments, stories, and imagination. And that image is almost always idealized. Retroactive jealousy and the pressure of social media. There's a term called retroactive jealousy, when you feel triggered not by what's happening now, but by your partner's past, their exes, old photos, old conversations. Social media intensifies this. Old pictures, tags, memories, everything is just one tap away. Research shows that this online jealousy can increase relationship anxiety and lower satisfaction over time. So people who compare themselves to their partner's ex aren't toxic. They're living in a world where the past is always visible, always accessible, and impossible to fully ignore. Deep attachment disguised as comparison. The stronger the feelings, the stronger the fear of being worse than someone before you. This comparison isn't about wanting to compete, it's about wanting to matter. The real question inside isn't, are they better than me? It's, am I good enough for someone I don't want to lose? This kind of comparison comes from attachment, not weakness, from caring too much, not too little. Focusing on the past instead of understanding the present. The more someone compares themselves to the people who came before, the less they see the reality of their current relationship. Exes are chapters, not standards. Your partner didn't choose you to compare you. They chose you because your story feels right for them now. People who constantly compare themselves often overestimate someone else's past and underestimate their own uniqueness. But the most important thing isn't who came before you. It's what the two of you are building today. If you recognize yourself in this behavior, it doesn't mean something is wrong with you. It means you're invested, you care, and your brain is trying to protect something emotionally meaningful. Just remember, comparison isn't a judgment, it's a signal. And you are not a continuation of someone else's story. You're your own chapter. If you want to understand relationships and emotions in a simple, calm, and meaningful way, subscribe. Here, we don't shame feelings, we explain them.